Hello everyone, this is Augie Doodle and welcome to my Toontown Rewritten live stream and my first ever live stream anywhere, including on YouTube. We're going to be getting started in just a few short minutes. The plan today is to show you the start of the game with a new toon, just the first few toon tasks, and then we're going to move on to my main toon and pick up where I left off from the last few days. And I would like to thank the great friend that gave me a beta key just a few days ago. I originally scheduled this live stream to be able to show you the game during a 3-hour time window that I was able to obtain, but out of the blue, this great friend came and gave me a beta key. So thanks to him for being very kind and considerate, so that I can be able to play Toontown Online, Toontown Rewritten, be able to show off the game, be able to test out the game, and pretty much experience Toontown again after 9 long years of playing the game, 7 years active, and 8 years of being a test tune. So, hope you enjoyed today's live stream. And by the way, I am not planning on turning on comments till later in the video because I want to be able to concentrate on playing the game for a bit. So, thank you very much for joining me and hope you enjoy the show. And once again, hello everyone, and welcome to my Toontown Rewritten live stream, and we're going to go jump straight into the game right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start making a new tune right now, and for those of you that know me elsewhere, please let me know if my sound is okay. Thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start by showing you the tune creation process. Toontown Rewritten is a private server for the Toontown online game, which actually closed down rather recently, sadly. Going to make this a smallish tune. There we go. Make him red. So basically, you play as a toon in the Toontown world, based on the Toontown, on Disney's Toontown in Disneyland, as well as the Toontown that you have probably seen in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We're gonna get some green clothes on this guy. Where is it? There we go. And there we go. So the naming system in the game is very simple. You just choose a name out of a bunch of different possible names. Or you could just type your own name and hope it gets approved by the moderators. Okay, I think that's pretty funny, wouldn't you say so? And we'll go ahead and enter the tune tutorial. Skipping tutorial doesn't quite work yet. Oh, a cog invasion already? So there used to be Mickey or Minnie bringing you in here, but the Disney characters have been removed for obvious reasons. These are the cogs. They are the robots that are trying to take over Toontown. There are many different kinds of cogs, and they turn the Happy Toon buildings, which look very funny when you look at them, into those dang ugly cog buildings. But the cogs can't take a joke, as Flippy would probably tell you. Flippy's the dog, who's the president of the Toontown city itself. You'll get to see him in a moment. A good gag will stop him. There are lots of gags, but take these to start. We get a squirt gag, a squirting flower. High accuracy but low power. And we get a cupcake. High power but low accuracy. Oh, and you also need a laugh meter, which is the equivalent to HP, which you might find in some games. This is a turn-based role-playing game. If your laugh meter gets too low, you'll be sad. A happy tune is a happy tune. I always like that moment where he sees the cog outside his shop. And this time it's a flunky. So we get our first tune task, and I get to go out the door. We're going to use the arrow keys to move and the control key to jump. The controls in-game are pretty simple, actually. The complexity is when you actually get into the cog battles. So we're going to go into our first cog battle right now. And we're not going to get a time limit right now, but there is a 20-second timer per turn. And we're going to go ahead and click a gag to attack. The cupcake has an accuracy of medium, 4 damage, hits 1 cog. and gets you a skill credit, normally a skill credit of 1, but because we are in the middle of an invasion, the experience points are doubled. So, Squirting Flower, high, damage free. So you can probably tell what you want to use in particular moments. Maybe more throw when you need more power, maybe more squirt when you need a little more higher accuracy. And there's all sorts of different gag types too. Since we're in the Toon tutorial, we don't get the double credit, but you'll get to see the double credit, maybe, if there's another invasion. Yeah, they need to fix the legs bug there. Good job, you completed your first Toon task. Go to Toon headquarters for your reward. Have fun! So we're going to go into Toon headquarters. This is where you get to pick up most of your Toon tasks. You can also go to any of the shopkeepers around, and they can give you Toon tasks too. Good work defeating that flunky. Let me give you a sticker book. And you'll notice that the +2 that just appeared. If you turn in a Toon task, your life meters automatically refilled. There's the sticker book. A little pause menu. So this is the map of Toontown Online, mostly covered in clouds, unfortunately. The clouds are clear as we get through to other areas of the game. Going to turn the page, and apparently we need more gags. So HQ Harry's going to give us a Toon task to go ride on the trolley, which is basically a lot of mini games that you can play to earn jelly beans, which is the official currency of the game. Go out the door behind me and head for the playground. Close the book and find the trolley. Return to Toon HQ when you're done. And I see we got quite a few people on the Toon platoon right now, or I mean toons. It basically tracks how well the players are doing defeating the cog buildings. You get a point for each level of a building that you successfully beat. But if the cogs take over that building again, you lose those points. Here's Flippy. Why, hello there. Well, nice to meet you, Flippy. Wait a moment. You can't hear me? Oh, speed chat, right. Speed chat is the very basic way of chatting in game. Very innovative at its time. This is the first online game that was designed for kids and families, and the speed chat system was very well received by the parents as being very, very safe. But of course, being a chatty person like I am, there's also the other way of chatting using the keyboard, which is available to those age 13 and over. It's Speed Chat Plus. So now my chatting features are enabled. And we get a few little emotes to start with, a wave. Can jump for a happy, or I can just do a standard jump. By the way, the Toon view that you're seeing right now, I can change my view by pressing the tab key. The side views and the front view are new. We get a section just for testing right now. Perfect phrase there. We get some hellos, goodbyes. Here's a new area, chit chat with the emotes. They've really expanded that. Got some other things here. They did some very good sorting and additions to the replies section here. This is basically, I'm just telling the difference between the original game and the modifications that the fans that run Toontown Rewritten have done. So, some friendly stuff. Oh, that's something that they need to work on right there. Stinky. I did mention that there is some nice stinky phrases here. Places basically help out to let people know where you need to go. Like, let's go back to the playground, which I'm going to go to next. Toon tasks. I do need to ride the trolley. Now, the battle section got a very nice revamp, and Do-Die-I will pretty much like this. You can now pretty much use speed chat to do a lot of talking in game about what type of things that need to be done in a battle. Like you need a tune-up, you're going to use trap or drop, pass, and then here's the enhancements. You should use tune-up Lexturn, tune-up on the middle tune, use sound on lure cogs, use sound after the cogs are unlured, use lure on the middle cog, that sort of thing. And of course some things for the trawl. Yep, I do agree with you. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I mean, walk right through the tunnel, and then jump into Toontown Central, the primary main area of the game. So this is the playground Toontown Central, which is actually modeled after the one in Disneyland. And while you're here, it is pretty safe from the cogs. If you watch the Toontown Rewritten election video, you'll know why that is. And you can also recover lap points from here as well, just by standing around or by grabbing treats on the ground like those ice creams here. We're hopping on the trolley. We're going to play a mini game to earn some jelly beans so that we can buy some more gags. Into the tunnel we go. Oh, that was a bug. So it looks like we're going to play Photo Fun, which was actually a game that Disney removed from the game a few years back. But it was brought back for this game. We're basically going to try to take pictures of all of these tunes here in various different movements and poses. Like there's McDuff. Dorf. Whatever. Run, run, run! There we go. Normally star ratings appear at the bottom, but I don't know why they aren't appearing at this moment. There we go. They just appeared. Oh, that's great. Pedal Poof is sad there. Oh, just missed. And that shadow thing is definitely a bug that needs to be looked at. A little wave there. Yeah, the frustrating part about this game is that you have to wait for just the right moment to take the picture, and you might run out of time. Fortunately, this is Toontown Central, so they give you 2 minutes. In later playgrounds, when the trolley game's harder, they give you less time. Now I just gotta find that red rabbit again. Where was it? Need to get the red rabbit in the walking motion. There we go. Oh, it's sad again. You also get a limited amount of film too. 27 left. Can't you walk normally and not be sad? By the way, I'm using the control key to zoom in. There we go. Okay, that's just 1 star, but I'll settle for that. Let the time run out and we'll get the jelly beans. I scored 19. By the way, when you play with more tunes, it gets much more fun. You can have up to 4 tunes playing with you on the trolley or in the battle. And here's Clara. Welcome to the gag shop. This is where tunes come to buy gags to use against the cogs. To buy gags, click on the gag buttons. And it costs 1 jelly bean per gag. So I'm gonna buy 10 of these, and it looks like I'm going to need to get at least 1 more bean so I can get the rest of the squirts. I can hold 10 of the cupcakes right now and 10 of the squirting flowers. The limit goes up as I earn more gags. And when I get to the end of the experience bar, I get to earn another gag in that track. And look at that, there's some of the rest of the gags in Flow and Squirt. Actually, the rest of them. So, she says when you're done buying gags, this is a button to return to the playground. Normally you can use this button to play another trolley game, but there's no time for another game right now. You're needed in Toon headquarters. And the play again button is disabled, but it's enabled the next time you play. I didn't have When I was first playing the Toontown Rewritten game a few days ago, it thought I didn't go in the trolley at that moment, and it displayed the wrong message. But it looks like that problem's been fixed, or maybe it didn't occur that time. I see you had no problem with the trolley. Listen, the cogs have stolen a blackboard eraser. Go to the streets and fight cogs until you recover the eraser. To reach the streets, go through one of the tunnels like this. When you find your eraser, bring it back here. Don't forget, if you need gags, ride the trolley. And if you need to recover lab points, yes, collect the ice cream cones from the playground, as I had mentioned earlier. So I'm going to go out here through the door. So I got my start in Toontown Online back 9 years ago or so. Pretty much as I was doing normal surfing of Disney.com, saw an advertisement for a sneak preview of Toontown Online. The game had been in beta for several months prior, and I was pretty interested. Saw that, clicked it, saw that they were offering 5-day trials. I went and downloaded the game with my parents' permission, and started playing it, and I really liked what I saw, even back in the early days. But the problem was, the game cost money back then, so the time lapsed, and I couldn't play the game after those 5 days, and I just kept an eye on the Toontown Online website, hoping at some point that I could potentially play the game. And where are the cogs? There should be some cogs on this street right now. But it wouldn't be until like a year later, after Cellbot Headquarters came out, that lo and behold, actually it looks like the game is having some technical issues right now, because I'm really not seeing any cogs right now. I'm going to go ahead and change districts. I think I'm going to try Canvas. There's 350 people in Toontown right now. Some are using waitlist or scheduled time slots. Some of them are invited beta testers. And yeah, there's definitely something going on, because it's not supposed to be a black screen right now. So I'm going to try to reboot the game, everyone. I'll try to get back in. Hang on tight, everyone. Okay, let's hope we can see some cogs on the street this time. I ended up in Renaissance River. Brings back memories of Nutty River, but Nutty River is basically the district in Toontown Online that was always full. People always were trying to teleport in there to take advantage of the constant invasions that were being called by toons that had earned those invasion rights through the Lawbot Headquarters boss, the Chief Justice. It inherently became an unstable server. Fortunately for Toontown Rewritten, they made a significant change where you can't teleport into a full district after it reaches a certain point. So that will pretty much help to even out the demand on the servers compared to what it was back on the original game. So both of us are using squirts, so there is a same gag type bonus that gets applied. And we just defeated that cold caller. Or shortchange, I'm sorry. So I get to see what the other Toons in the battle are doing. And I just got the Blackboard Eraser, and I get to go back to Toon headquarters. I can get a quick look of my gag test by holding down the N key like this. You can see my gags real quick by holding down the home key. By the way, for those of you wondering why the game went small there, it's because my capture software is set to capture the game image as is, and it does. And when Toontown Rewritten originally launches, it launches at the normal default resolution. So once I maximize the screen, it fills everything. Yep, that's a bug. And to make friends, find another player and use the new friend button. Once you have made a friend, come back here. Some tasks are too difficult to do alone. So at this point, I do need to get a friend on my friends list, otherwise it won't let me proceed through the game. And getting friends isn't that tough of a task, and why am I stuck? Ah, there we go. Server was just lagging. Okay, so I guess I need to get a friend over here. So you can access Toon data information by clicking on their name tag right here. We get to see their lab points, their friends, do a teleport to them, send them a whisper using either the talk chat or the speed chat. True Friends isn't working quite yet, but when it does, I will show you how that works. Ignore is basically ignoring a misbehaving Toon, muting them, removing them from the friends list if they're already on there. And then there's a report button for very extreme circumstances. It lets the Toontown Rewritten moderators know that there's trouble going on. And if I expand out, you get to see what gags they have earned and what gags they are holding. Get to see what district and location they're in. Particularly handy if you're trying to get from one end of Toontown to the other and you don't have the Playground Teleport abilities to do so yet. So the gist is that we're going to try to defeat the cogs here in Toontown because they are just they just keep getting manufactured and manufactured and manufactured, causing all these buildings to get taken over. And you can see that from the names that they had that they're all business kind. It turns out that Disney, when the original idea of Toontown was pitched, they saw the names of the cogs, and they didn't originally like the names and the designs that they had. But fortunately, Disney decided to go for it anyways, even though they didn't like that particular aspect of the game. And boy, was it successful. The very first popular family-friendly online game out there, and the longest running of them all. I got a friend coming. So don't worry everyone, I'm going to have a friend show up here to help me take care of this friend task so that I don't have to wait too long. There they are. That is Little Spark, aka Little Comet, who you probably saw in the intro video earlier. Gonna go ahead and do a smile on live streaming. Yep, hello YouTube. Alright. Okay, back into Toon headquarters. Say, do you know that you have your very own estate, your very own neighborhood? Every Toon in your Pick-a-Toon panel has their own house there, including you. Clarabelle Carl runs a folding catalog where you can order furniture to decorate your house. You can also buy speed chat phrases, which would appear around here once they open that up. Folding and other things. I'll fold Clarabelle to send you your first catalog right now. After his first issue, she'll send you a new one every week. There, your catalog should be on its way. Go home and check it out. So long, crazy funny scooter. And the catalog actually isn't working right now, so they are letting people bypass that task. I can just walk right up and continue. Did you buy anything nice? I just finished redecorating my house. I must say it looks toontastic. Come back here anytime for more Toon tasks. We have plenty of them. Your laugh limit has been increased by 1. It's now 16. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take care of the next Toon task, then we're going to flip over to my main Toon. And the next one is Flippy for gag training. Phew, tired yet? By the way, for those of you old-timer Toontowners out there, you're probably wondering, the text that these people are saying is different. What's going on? Well, just earlier this week, they went ahead and changed some of the text around on some of the NPCs to modernize them, so they say. You know, you look like you can use some new gags. Go see Flippy, maybe he can help you out. Flippy's building is called Toon Hall, which is in this playground. So long, crazy funny scooter. Yep, let's go, Comet. Gonna let Comet catch up here for me. Because he's gonna help me out through this wonder why Comet isn't responding. Oh well. Oh, now I did. Alright, so let's go ahead and step into Toon Hall. Okay, this is actually the old Toon Hall. The new Toon Hall is apparently under construction, I'm told. Hey, I remember you in the streets earlier. I don't believe I formally introduced myself. I'm Flippy, president of Toon Console here in Toontown. Hopefully we'll be able to see each other a lot more often. Looks like you need to practice training your gags. You see, every time you hit a cog with one of your gags, it increases your experience. When you get enough experience, you'll be able to buy an even better gag. Why not try it out? To practice, try defeating 4 of those cogs in the streets. Gonna let Comet lead the way. So, Comet is part of my Toon family, of course, as you probably saw the intro video. The first one that I met in my Toon family was King Max, who was introduced to me by Sir Ricky McNeese, who I have not seen in a long time. Then I met Jordan, and then Sally and Comet and Tetra. Maybe not necessarily in that order, but I do have the Max and Jordan and Sally order correct. we're going to go ahead and go after this bottom feeder, which is a law bot. There are 4 different types of cogs: boss bots, law bots, cell bots, and cash bots. And Flippy will explain that in just a bit after this task. Now, while I got time and while Comet's coming to join the battle, let me explain some of these other buttons here. Pass button just basically allows me to pass that turn, if I need to. SOS allows me to go ahead and call a toon over, or use one of the SOS cards that I have earned on the VP, and I'll go ahead and choose a gag. And it looks like I went ahead and defeated that Lawbot in just 2 hits. Now, as you earn experience, the front gag for the track that you're in right now gets to get more damage as you earn more experience. But once you earn the new gag in that track, that gag will not gain any more damage. But it will slowly but surely gain some, all the way up to its maximum damage count. Flunky, again, boss bot. There are 12 main levels of cogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then there's also the version 2.0 cogs, which I will explain when that time comes. I don't want, for those of you that have not seen the game, I don't want to spoil the surprise. Oh boy, there goes the cupcake. It missed. By the way, they did tweak the chances of each cog hitting by a little bit because they thought Squirt was a little overpowered. By the way, the majority of the toons here in Toontown's central area are on the timer right now. I'm on the beta key, of course. I really like how the cogs just blow up like that when you laugh them all the way up. There's a little problem with the fire hydrant here. Disney had added a little element to the game a few years ago in which all these street objects like the trash cans and the fire hydrants and the mailboxes would animate and could help you in battle. But right now that feature is disabled on Toontown Rewritten because they are still doing overall testing of the battle system. They'll probably enable it at some point. It's just not a matter of if, but a matter of when. And the fire button is used specifically in the later stages of the game. I'll explain that when that time comes. And the run button is, of course, running away from the battle. You get to save your gags that way, but if you run away from battle in the middle of the battle, you don't get gags or toon task credit at all. There's also an element of passing too much. If you let the timer run out, or you pass too much and or in between, and you just don't use an attack or any other type of action in the battle, and you win the battle without doing anything, you don't get credit for toon tasks and for games. That was a change that Disney made about 7 years into the game or so, maybe 6. Because there were people complaining about people holding spots in battle and not doing anything. So, fortunately, if you do an SOS of something, that does count. So, people found a way around that. We get to see the other person's gag selection and which cog they've chosen, as well as their current laugh level, which really helps out later in the game. there's a level 3, and I don't think I should be going after that level 3 right now, as I do need to go back to the playground. And there's a very simple way to get back to the playground on the map screen. Just click back to playground. And there's that go home button, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Don't know why Comment didn't follow me. Oh yeah, in the original game you could just click and quick reply, but I guess that isn't quite working yet. Just letting Comment know the teleport so that he can see this next part of the Flippy new text. I don't think he's seen it yet. Okay. Oh, nice work. Got a new gag yet? You know, cogs are coming 4 different types. Sellbots, marketing. Cashbots, accounting. Lawbots, legal advice. And bossbots to keep them all in line. They all wear different suits and name tags, so you'll be able to see the difference easily. Check your sticker book if you need some help identifying them. Here, let's practice. Go defeats 4 of those Sellbots I talked about. Good luck. Okay, so... yeah, good idea, punchline. Now, each street has a different proportion of cogs types that are going to propagate. So, I believe Silly Street is one of the... is the one that's 25% all. Loopy Lane has a lot of Lawbots, and Punchline Place has Bossbots and Sellbots, I think. There is a quick way to see what type of cog you're going to see on a particular street, and that is by pressing the Alt key. This was a feature they added in the last year, Toontown. You get to see where you are on the map of your street, and you get to see the percentage of cogs that are on that particular street, and yes, the arrow does move in real time. You can also access the map by clicking that little icon right there. I was actually very, very proud to have tested that feature in its final days. Yeah, I am an official test toon of the original Toontown Online, and I really enjoyed the 8 years I spent doing that testing. Reporting in all those bugs to the developers so that the new stuff in game would be all in order. Oh, it's a cog building, a 3-story one too. You can tell by the lights at the top of the door there, and it's a cashbot building too. There we go, here's a Sellbot. So Comet's actually pretty good in the game. He's about halfway through with 62 laugh. Max laugh you can get is in the 130s. And the main tasks take you all the way to 100. And the side stuff allows you to get 37 more. Comet's using a magnet lure. The lures will bring the cogs forward, and that's going to freeze them, and they won't be able to attack unless someone else attacks them. And that lure lasts a few turns. By the way, if you do attack a cog with a throw or a squirt or a drop while they... actually just a throw or a squirt. And they're lured, there is a lure bonus that gets applied. You don't want to use a drop on the lure cog because the drops will always miss. drops deal the most damage of any type of cog, but they have very low accuracy. Comet's trying to help me find the cell bots. I can actually see what buildings, tunes, and cogs are nearby with these side things right there. And I actually do like the one big change they made to the visual aspect of the game. The game now operates in widescreen without the screen stretching. Good job for them. That was one of the primary complaints I've had ever since I started playing other online games. So Comet's going to use a lure. We got 4 tunes in battle, including a 54 laugher. This is going to be a good battle. Ooh, a double lure. Both of them will get credit. Clip-on tie. Okay, so Little Spark, aka Comet, did get hurt there. And Comet's going to use a tune-up, and it's an all-tunes tune-up. And, oh, here's the megaphone. Very funny jokes. The tune-ups allow you to tune up tunes, bring up the last points, a few. There's ones that target one tune and ones that target all tunes, and those ones get evenly distributed with the other tunes in your battle. You can't tune up yourself, though. And thankfully, tune-ups come before all other attacks. The order of attacks is displayed right here. Tune-up, trap, lure, sound, throw, squirt, drop. Okay, there goes Comet. And apparently we ran into one of those situations where we ran out of the cogs that we're looking for. Which has happened quite a bit in the original game, and I'm here in my first few days of playing. In fact, the cog building situation is a bit of a problem too. You sometimes can't find the building you're looking for. And that can get frustrating. There are 2 different types of cog buildings. The main cog buildings, which all 4 have, and then there's the field offices, which the cell bots have. There were plans to put out other field offices for the other cog types, but the game closed down before those could release. And right now the field offices are turned off because they are not ready for prime time yet. I'm going to let Comet take the lead here. And it looks like we found one. It's a cold caller, as you can tell by the use of the phone there. Looks like Comet's going to use a single cog lure. It looks like a... What dollar bill is that? Is that a $1 bill? Cogs are really attracted to money, it appears. Particularly the cash box. apparently this toon doesn't, was surprised at the amount of laugh that my friend had at this point. Yep, there's, the Berg is one of the later areas of the game. I believe it's the fourth area of the game that you go to, if I remember correctly. It's a snowy place, and I'll get to show you all the areas later on. Well, most of them. Another dollar bill being used by Comet. Oh, looks like Quacky. That means that he used a word that's not on the whitelist. The Speed Chat Plus system is whitelisted. You can only say certain words. Fortunately, the people that run Toontown Rewritten have been consistently adding new words to the list all the time. And that's a great thing. Oh, and Blue Duck is only 1 point away from another gag. And yes, there are times in which you might defeat a cog, but you might not get the item. Fortunately for the duck. Okay, I'll just call you Spark then. Yeah, there's always a little bit of lag when you go to an area that has a lot of tunes. So yeah, I was talking about earlier about the progress, talking about how I got into the game. Well, a year after I had tried the game, the Toontown game cards came out, and my mom agreed to buy one. So I applied the card, and that is when I had to go recreate a toon, because back then they deleted tunes that were inactive, but they made a change later on. And then I went and created my new toon, which was a blue mouse, and my mom helped me name the toon Augie Doodle. Yes, my mom helped name my toon Augie Doodle, which is my username across the entire internet. So that's how the name Augie Doodle came about. I'm gonna whisper a message to teleport. Oh good, you're back. I was worried that you got lost. Do you understand the difference between the 4 cogs now? I think you're ready to go ahead and start training for a new gag track. Librarian Larry is an expert on gags. He can give you some expert advice on your next track. Librarian Larry's building is called Toontown Library, which is right nearby. When I played as Augie, I got sent to Squash and Stretch Gym instead of Librarian Larry. And the library's right here. Yeah, all sorts of funny little names for these places. Full and Squirrel are great, but you're going to need more gags to fight higher level cogs. When you team up with other tunes against the cogs, you can combine your gags for even more giggles. Try different combinations of gags to see what works best. To start off, you can choose between Sound and Tune-Up. Sound is special. When it hits, it damages all cogs rather than a single one, but the downside is that it's weak. Tune-Up is special too. Instead of hitting the cogs, you can heal other tunes by giving them some laugh. It's a tough decision, so choose wisely. You may want to ask some friends what they think so you can make your strategies with your gags. When you're ready to decide, come back here and choose. Fortunately, I always choose tune-up at this point. Ah, great decision. Hang on a moment. I can't just give you the gags. Didn't Flippy tell you about training? Before you can buy those gags, you need to know how to use them by collecting film strips. Toon HQ can give you a few Toon tasks to earn them. There are 15 film strips, each of which form an animation to show you how to use your new gags. When you collect all 15, you can get the final gag training task, which will allow you to use them. Looks like Comet Spark is going to go ahead and eat. You can check your progress in the sticker book. You can now train for tune-up gags. So, I've gotten through the first two tasks, and I'm going to go ahead and go back. Actually, I'm going to go to options here. Music, sound effects, type check, sounds, accepting new friend requests, allow whispers from anyone, speed check, color, make it red. Yeah, red. Gonna go back to the Pick-a-Toon screen and we're going to switch to my main tune now, Augie Doodle. So, this is my main tune, Augie Doodle. But it's been a long time since people seen Augie Doodle like this. Well, those that bet on my friends. So, right now we're going to go ahead and resume where I left off from yesterday. I'm going to show you right here that I have 35 beans, and I'm going to need to get some more gags, need a refill. I'm up to my level 3 on Full and Squirt, as you can see. This is a fruit pie slice, glass of water, and cream pie slice, and squirt gun. Well, on my way. I've chosen tune-up as my next training task. My current task is to get some grease from the Lawbots, and that is actually from one of my favorite tasks in the early tasks of the game, which is Sticky Lou. And I decided to save this one just for you guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and go to the gag shop. Sorry, I got someone asking me a question. Alright, so I am at my max 5-5 there. I'm going to go ahead and put some more towards the level 2s. So we're going to go after some Lawbots, I believe. Yep. Fortunately, the Lawbots are all, in this area at least, Ruby Lane. By the way, you're only going to see only a few cog types initially, because you can only see up to the first 3 cogs of each type, and I'm filling up my cog gallery quite nicely here. If you defeat all the cogs a certain amount of times, as you can see, 30, 25, 20, 15, all the way down, if you get an entire cog row, you get to unlock the cog radar, which allows you to see how many of a specific cog are on that street. And if you defeat enough, you'll also unlock the building radar, which tells you how many buildings are on a specific street. Very nice reward to have for defeating a lot of the cogs. Ah, a sound gag. That was the level 1-1. The bike horn. Oh, bloodsucker. I was having a lot of trouble finding these bloodsuckers earlier. Was trying to find quite a few of them on Tuesday, I think. They're pretty rare in this area of Toontown. And as you can see, that one does quite a bit of damage. Yeah, they need to still fix that. You're not supposed to see the toon tags when... You're not supposed to see the toon tags, but apparently they reappear if a battle completes near you. That's a bug that Disney never fixed. And I'm hoping that the Toontown Rewritten people can finally figure out what's causing that so they can fix that. Oh, come on! Yeah, that type of thing does happen. And in Daisy's garden, there's one that's really, really hard. You gotta get the key to the Daisy Gardens, and you can only get it from one of 2 different building cogs. Yeah, the top 2 cogs in each tier are only available in buildings and headquarters. Sound gag right there. He's obviously training up his sound. I usually get sound later on. Now you can only get 6 of these 7 gag tracks, and for my main tune I'm planning on going trapless, and on the other tune I'm planning on going dropless. Oh jeez. Yeah, that happens a lot. Oh, another battle just started over here. Is it a Lawbot? Yeah, it is. Level 3. I'll go join. I'll go throw. And that's a red light flashing, which means he's gone. Sometimes you get a red light that starts a flash, which means they got like 1 or 2 points left, but they really don't get defeated. I hate it when that happens. And the game's not being kind to me today. Just like the game wasn't kind to me with Bloodsuckers yesterday. Here's another Lawbot. Level 2 this time, a bottom feeder. Looks like he hit rock bottom. Yeah, the cog speak is definitely funny, if you think about the business type jokes they like to do. Shred. Ouch! -4, down to 16 laugh. Oh, jeez. Well, what do I gotta tell you? The game sometimes is not kind. The original game and this game. Lunchtime? It's not lunch, it's past dinner. Low throw there. And a miss. With a pickpocket. Yep, Toons can miss. And Cogs can miss. And we got another Cog during the battle. Typically, you don't see Cogs trying to overwhelm Toons very much like that. Normally it stays pretty even. And the Toons sometimes get the upper hand. And usually when there's more... Oh! As you can see, all of the buttons are gray. That means my gags are too powerful and I won't get credit if I use one of them. Fortunately, I don't have a choice. I'll just use the weakest one in the bunch I have. There we go, now take care of him. I'll get credit for the cog, but not for the gag. And I got the item. Let's find out where I need to go. Loopy Lane, am I on Loopy Lane? Yes, I am. So that means I can go straight to the building I need to go to, and thankfully, the map tells me exactly where that is. See where the one is? That's where I need to go. Blue Glue, direct to you. Sticky Lou. No, that did not help. This is really not funny. I put grease right there on the money. See how funny this is? He rhymes. That gives me an idea now before I forget it. Defeat some cash bots. Bring back water to wet it. Okay, I gotta go to Silly Street for that, I think. Okay, so I'm actually doing pretty good on the stream. My stats say I've only dropped 128 frames. So that means my connection's pretty good. As for YouTube stats, let me see. I got 6 watching right now. Thank you very much for coming and watching my stream today. All 6 of you. Maybe we'll get more. I'm hoping to get more, but there are 2 different tunes that get way more than me and other tunes get that live stream, and those are Slate and Friends, which is Slate Blue Rabbit, who works for Toontown Rewritten as a texture person. And there is also Smirky, known on YouTube as SmirkyLive, in-game as Smirky Bumberpop. Both of them are really great, and if you're interested in seeing a lot more about this game, in addition to following me when I do some live streams, you should probably also go follow them. Because they do a fantastic job on showing off the game, and they've uploaded a lot of content already, so that you can see a lot more of this game. So, those are Slate and Friends and SmirkyLive here on YouTube. And for those of you out there on Twitch, you probably might want to go check out Gold Mega. He gets the most viewers on their Twitch side of things. Not that I'm trying to direct you away from this live stream, I'm just telling you where you can find some really good live streams of the game beyond what I'm providing right now. Okay, let's see if that did the trick. Nope, no water. No, cash bot it is then. By the way, these small doors here give knock-knock jokes. That was actually one of the winning jokes from a contest that TTR and MMO Central ran before the alpha opened up, in which they chose several jokes that they really found funny that was submitted to them. They put them in the game, and they also invited them to the game of an alpha key. There's a tightwad level 3. Just checking the stream right now. Looks like I'm running low on level 3 gags. I'll have to go refill, and that means I'll have to go play some more trolley games. Yeah, you get into a pretty good routine here in Toontown. Fight the cogs, get more gags, fight the cogs, get more gags. Play on the trolley to get more jelly beans. And then there's the side stuff, which I will probably be able to briefly show you in a little bit. They were trying to get the golf part of the game going, but they ran into problems again when they tried to get it back up and running 2 days ago. Yeah, I know it's a level 1, but what the heck. But the carding portion of the game is working, and I'll be able to show you a little bit of that. Okay. Yeah, I just saw that the that quickly went, which meant I did earn the water. So, back to Loopy Lane. La 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 la. Yeah, I have very good memories of the music playing. Yep, still a little ways more. And let's go talk to Sticky Lou. Hooray! I'm free of this quick drying glue. As a reward, I have a gift for you. You can laugh a little longer while battling it. Yikes! I'm always stuck here again. Oh, that's why I like this task. Your laugh limit has been increased by 3. It's now 23. So yeah, I'm making quite a bit of progress. So let's go ahead and grab my next Toon task. Not the best. Let's go back to the playground. What I try to do when I pick out Toon tasks is I try to pick Toon tasks which cover as a wide range of cogs as possible. Now that means that you probably have to go defeat more cogs than what you would with a specific task, but it makes the game much easier. However, there are those tasks that have to do with shopkeepers that you can't avoid at all. So I usually take those shopkeeper tasks right away once I see them. Boss bots, pencil pushers, flunkies, no. Level 3 plus cogs, 2 cold callers. There's a just for fun task which gets you Big Toon. And not interested in the just for fun task because I really want to progress through this game as quickly as I can. The progress is going to get reset when the game goes live, so might as well get as much in as possible before I have to do it all over again. Pencil pushers, no. Short changes and lawbots. The lawbots one is the better one because there's because that one street that has a lot of them. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one. It's just 2 of them. You think the tasks are easy right now? Wait till you see the ones in Donald's Dreamland. They get pretty long. And then there's the tasks that you do. That one task that you do in Daisy's Garden, which takes a long time. And then the 2 long tasks that you do with Little Old Man. Saw him in the intro video. There's a reason why I said Little Old Man stinks, because he gives a task very late in the burg, in which he asks you to go defeat 20 of the hardest cog buildings out there. And what am I doing? I really want to do the trolley. Okay, so hopping on the trolley. Is anyone going to join us? No. I guess not. So here we go. Okay, this is the cannon game. And it's actually one of the ones I've actually done pretty good on back then. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to land my toon right inside the barrel. Now if you play with multiple toons, the toon that lands in there first gets credit for everyone. And I landed right away. Since I landed so quickly, I get 21 beans. The reward goes down the longer it takes. But don't worry, regardless of how you do, you're always guaranteed to get at least one bean out of every single game. Okay, toon memory game. This is actually much better when you have multiple players. And it's basically a memory game. Now, delete key. I'm on a match, so that makes it a little bit harder. Okay, there's a match. There we go. Sorry about the slight outage there, I hit the wrong button. Oh, got a match. Did I see a lure down here at all? There it is. Another lure. Sound. These are all gags, by the way. See why this is so hard playing with just one in this game? Pretty hard to concentrate. There's a pretty good trick that you can do when you're just doing doing two or more. If I get the chance to show you at some point, yeah, it'll be pretty exciting. Okay, there's a feather. There's that feather. So you get points based on how fast you do it, how many flips, and you get bonus points if you time it with that box that's moving around just right. Yeah, this is pretty tough. Yeah, there's a little timer there. You get a lot more time to decide gags and such when you're in the trolley compared to the gag shop. Okay, this is Toon Slingshot. We're going to go ahead and try to land on these targets and get points. Going to pound the left and right arrows to get some power. Going to aim. Can't aim just yet. Oh, there it is. Now I can aim. This is pretty hard, but it's one of my favorite games, are the ones that they introduced later in the... Oh, I missed. Alright, here we go. Let's hope I can get a... Okay, there's something over here. There's a little trampoline to give you a little boost if you need it. I'm going to try to land as best as I can in the center, but bouncing does affect that, so I'm trying to need to get that. Okay, so I'm going to land on the target. It won't be the highest points. Oh, it didn't count? No! let's try it again, shall we? Okay, it should land on the target this time since I anticipated. And it gave me the biggest one there, 28 beans. Okay, let's play another one. Oh, it's full of fun again. Let's see if we do better this time. Fortunately, it's 3 tunes all in a row. Not as good walking backwards. It gives you more points when you walk forwards. Ah. Better. Better. Walk. There it is. 2 different ducks, it looks like. Same color, but different clothes. So I have to be very careful about the clothing. Ah, here it is. Now I just gotta wait for this one to shrug. It's walking. Well, he's walking. Shrug for me. Oh. Now it's sad. Shrug? There we go. Alright. Now, this one, nope. I need to get it without the obstruction there. Should be coming up fairly shortly. There. No, that doesn't count because he's running. Gotta be walking. There we go. Better. And wait. I think I gotta go. And time just ran out. So I did good on that one. Now the jelly bean banks that normally hold overflow beans aren't exactly there yet, so all the beans overflowing right now are getting donated to the Toons in the World Unite Foundation. Tug of war. Gotta hit the left and right arrow at a certain speed, trying to keep the bar at the red bar. And I usually do pretty good at this game at this stage. Yep, double talker in the water. Okay, so now that I've got some more trolley games in, let's go ahead and find find those 2 Lawbots. Oh, I'm on the wrong street, am I? And apparently the game decided to lag. Oh, there we go. By the way, so far, having to only restart once so far, it's actually pretty good. The first few days playing on this beta since I got invited was a bit of a stability issue, but I'm glad they got things settled down finally. Oh, there's a bloodsucker. Why are they all of a sudden appearing commonly now when they weren't a few days ago? Oh, it missed! Try the water gun. -10 right there. And apparently I'm sinking! Oh no! And a -14 right there. $105. Lawbots, 1 out of 2 defeated. So let's go ahead and look for that second Lawbot. Cashbot. There we go. Pretty interesting thing that I was thinking about just now. I'm remembering the times when I played with the oh no, a cog invasion! Just when I thought that I was going to have a good time playing this game, being able to get the cogs I want, now Double Talkers come in and invade all the fun. Well, at least I got that lob up there before that happened. And I do get credit for the invasion because I was in battle when the invasion started. Yeah, but sometimes the invasions have a double-edged sword, in my experience. You get the double experience, which can really help you out, but then again, if the invasions happen and you're looking for a very specific cog type, well, it becomes a problem. In fact, the invading cogs also take over the buildings that they're not supposed to be in. That's not a problem in the cog headquarters, because invasion credits do count, but the cogs in the cog headquarters never change. Fortunately, these Double Talkers are Lawbots, and I have already just finished my Lawbot task, so how timely. Okay, there's another frame on my tune-up animation, and let's take a look at my frames. Right there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 15 main ones, and then there's the 16th one that you get at the very end. And that allows you to complete that gag track. And once you complete that gag track, you get to move on to the next area of the game. So let's go ahead and change gears for a bit, and let's show you some more of the lighter side of the game that doesn't have to do with the cog fighting. Just grabbing the Toon task there, free boss box. So you see that there's some docks right here, and this is where you can go fishing in the game with your jelly beans. As you can see, everyone starts out with a little stick, wood stick right there. But as you progress through as you play the game, you get to upgrade your fishing rod through the catalog, which of course isn't working yet. So right now everyone's limited to just the wood stick until they can figure out the catalog. Now during Alpha, they did upgrade everyone's rods over time to allow them to test out all aspects of fishing. You may be seeing this little bingo thing down in the lower right corner, and this is because they're doing testing of fish bingo all throughout beta. Fish bingo was a thing that Disney did in the game twice a week, where you can earn more jelly beans by working together with other toons at the same pond in solving bingo cards, and you get a time, and there's a time limit for that, 26 seconds. If you fulfill all the requirement of this bingo card, which is currently 2 diagonals, you can hit the bingo, and everyone at the pond at that time gets the share there. Now, Fish Bingo at the top of the hour has a blackout round where you try to compete against all the other ponds in your district and try to black out your bingo card, and the first pond to do that, if they can do it, will win a jackpot of beans. Okay, so 4 corners this time. Now you can black out ones that don't count, but I just do that as a courtesy, just to let the other toons know what fishes I'm getting right now. Ooh, that counts for 2, but I can only pick 1. As you can see, all the fishies that you can pick out of this pond are pretty funny, like that clownfish that I just picked up. Each of them do have a specific weight to them, and this rod does have a weight limit on it, so there are heavier fish that you can catch with this rod. But there is a benefit to fishing, because for every 10 fish species you catch, you get a laugh boost. I already got my first laugh boost through fishing already. It's just a 1-point laugh boost. And fishing has always been pretty fun. It's actually a pretty easy way to get beans, in my opinion. Because as you upgrade your rods, even though you're spending more beans per cast, you tend to get more beans back from the fish that you catch. You can have 20 up in your bucket at one time, and then you get to sell it at the fishing area, well, the fishermen over there, or in the pet shops, and the pet shops aren't open yet. Now, the pet shops are where you can also purchase pet doodles for your toon, and I had a very nice pet doodle named Snugglepot, who I took care of in-game. You can feed them jelly beans, you can pet them, and then you get to teach them some tricks. And then those tricks actually come in handy, because the more that you can get those doodles to train up on those tricks, the more likely they are able to help you out in battle with those tricks through the SOS system. Classic bingo this time. And okay, it didn't count that time, but now it did. So I got 7 casts left. Well, I should be able to get it back all the beans that I spent. Cutthroat trout. As you can see, when Disney was creating this game, they were really on the puns for everything. Peanut butter and jellyfish. Like that. Okay, king crab. And I am out of beans. So let's go ahead and turn in my beans. Fisherman Freddy here. Get to see which ones are caught. And X button shouldn't be there. Let's click sell all. Now, I would have gotten 127 beans out of that had I had the larger jelly bean jars. Oh, someone just got a lap boost there. The larger jelly bean jars, or the Toon Bank was in place, but as I mentioned before, the Toon Bank isn't in place yet, but it will be. Now, this up ahead is Goofy Speedway. This is another one of the side areas where you can go kart racing. Now, Goofy Speedway actually has a very sentimental part in my heart because Goofy Speedway was what was being tested when Disney invited me to the Toontown test server. And the Toontown test server has always been, in my opinion, a better place to play Toontown than on the main server. Because it's just a tight-knit community and things were so peaceful until the last days when they let everyone into the test server. So you can buy a cart if you want here. You get to, I already have the main one, but here's the Roadster cart and the Toon Utility Vehicle. But and here's the starter one. And then you can go ahead and purchase accessories using tickets. And you earn these tickets by participating in Toon races. So I could add like a space wing or patch tire, roll cage, single fin. You could do all sorts of customization to your carts. They don't really affect, the customizations you do here don't affect how the cart does. It's the 3 different carts all have their different stats. The one that I picked is pretty much a good all around, and it's actually the only one you can pick at the start. There are 3 different styles of courses, and each has 2, so there's a total of 6. There's the stadium courses, the farm courses, and the city courses. And the stadium courses are easiest. The farm courses are medium, and the city courses are the hardest. And I've always had a fondness in my heart for the farm courses, so we're going to do that. So you can see which track you're going to end up in by looking at the sign, and every few seconds or so it's going to flash and change which track it goes to. Right now it's headed to Airborne Acres, that one. Oh, they're flashing, and it changes to Rustic Raceway. There's a reverse version of course, and there's 2 different ways. Practice, which doesn't cost any beans. You get 20 beans for each race, and it doesn't really count against anything. And the Toon Battle, you actually have to place a deposit of beans. You get access to items on the track, and depending on how well you do, if you make the qualifying time, you get your deposit back, and you get additional tickets based on how well you do. And if there's more Toons in battle than you, then you get even more tickets. Now, normally, this board actually shows a leaderboard of all of the how other Toons have done today, for the entire week, and for all time on all the courses, and it flipped around. But unfortunately, the leaderboard system isn't quite working. So, in consideration of that, the Toontown Rewritten people decided to break out a model of the game that the Disney people created for an April Fool's Day joke where a car crashed right into the leaderboards. And it just so happened that they used that little opportunity to wipe the leaderboards clean, because at that point there were Toons that were able to post impossible times on the race courses. They did, of course, fix all of those problems at the same time that they did the April Fool's stuff. So those times got wiped off the leaderboard and things became fair again. So I'm going to do a practice race just to give you a feel of what the kart racing is. It's my understanding that that one of the items in the Toon Battle races isn't quite working right now. Also, Toon Battle Races require 2 or more tunes anyway, so I can't do that at this moment. Yeah, that one item crashes the game if you try to use it. So, this is the Rustic Raceway, and you don't want to drive on the grass or the side, it slows you down. Get a little speed meter down here in the lower right corner. There's a map. You get to go 3 laps, and you get to see how well you're doing against all the other tunes right there, and your current lap time. Items will appear right here, and your current placement is right there. Now, when racing originally came out, there was one big problem, and that was if you tried to talk during the race, no one could see a bubble on the side of the screen, which let them know what you were trying to say. There were quite a few tunes that complained about that. We complained about it during testing, but Disney never fixed it. It took a lot of other tunes complaining on the open server, which is what people would refer to as production if you were in the QA world, to complain before they actually re-implemented the chatting system in the right way for Toon Speedway. And here comes Speed Boost. Going very fast on this straightaway! 123, wow. Also, this is the first time I've raced on this course since the original game closed, so I'm a bit rusty. Can you believe it's been over like 10 months since the original game closed? It's a lot funner, of course, when you're racing with other tunes, but until they can get that one problem fixed, it's probably not going to be as fun until I can get into a tune battle. But at least I get to show you what the kart racing is. Sorry about that, I was just checking to make sure my stream was still going there. I don't mind not getting a good time because there's no deposit and I'm just practicing. By the way, in case you're wondering what the items are, they are a speed boost, a pie, which actually causes the screen to get splattered and blocked for a while, an anvil, which is the equivalent of the blue shell in Mario Kart. By the way, go check out my Mario Kart clip videos here on this YouTube channel. They're pretty good. And I'm going to be uploading more over time. There's also the traditional banana. Okay, let's see if I make good time on this lap. Okay, got a time of 4 minutes 12:69. That's actually pretty good. Could do better. By the way, these little things here are so you can show off parts to others, particularly if you decorated one. And Slate Blue Rabbit actually has a pretty awesome Caramobile car. You can go check out the live stream archives of Slate to see what that one looks like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run towards Donald's Dock so that you can see some more other areas of the game in the time I have remaining for today. No, I'm not limited by the Toontown time limits. I got the beta key, but I only plan to stream for 2 hours tonight. So this is pretty much the Toontown themed area that you're probably familiar with if you've been to Disneyland. But now we're going to get into the more fun areas. Tunnel ahead. Disney used that little sign to promote things in the late days. They also had this Toon newsletter that you could access in the sticker book. Very funny mailboxes. I always like the pelicans on the mailboxes when they added those to the game. So this is basically your fishing harbor type of area. And of course, shop names that go along with it, like and of course, more powerful cogs and better tunes. And it looks like our invasion has just ended, so things are now going to return to normal when it comes to cockfights. Just a quick moment, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so this is the Donald's Duck Playground. And as you can see, there's a bolt that's moving through here, and that is Donald's bolt, and Donald used to drive that bolt, but of course Donald got removed from the game for obvious reasons. You can still see the references to the Disney characters around here, and the decision has not been made on those other aspects. Maybe they might rename everything to something more generic. Maybe they might keep the names. The decision has not been made, but the decision was made to remove the actual characters from the game, with the exception of Minnie and Match Minnie trolley game. That's the only appearance of a Disney character in the TTR right now. So we're going to go ahead and ride on this bolt all the way to the other side. See how all the headquarters, all the buildings around here are schemed. Now that is the party gate right there. Toon Parties isn't running right now, but they were testing it in the alpha. Toon Parties is basically you pay up a lot of beans and you can hold these fun little parties with tug of war, catching fruit, some of the trolley games. Bouncing on a trampoline, firing yourself off in a cannon, fireworks, decorations. These parties lasted about 30 minutes each. It costs a lot to host, but anyone could enter a party, and you could either make it private or public. It was actually a pretty fun thing for us to test on the test server. Okay, we're going to enter Chip 'n Dale's Acorn Acres, which came in several years ago into the game. Chip 'n Dale's Acorn Acres was basically a side expansion to the game. Very small side expansion. And very nice area, too. Oh, looks like a regular park. Got the gazebo here. So I actually got a picture of me and the rest of my Toon family with this gazebo right here. I could show you at some point. There's picnic tables where you could sit down and eat and make it look like you're eating something, but they didn't get that going. But what they did get going here is the geyser. I always like bouncing on this geyser. Very fun. Now, for you old-timer Toontowners, you probably might remember there was a tunnel right here that said under construction and it led to nowhere. Disney was planning on putting something here, but they never did. So the tunnel was removed because it doesn't make any sense to have it there. Into the water I go. Swimming down the river. Now, Toons can purchase accessories that they can wear, and I had these very nice pair of red shoes in the original game. And hopefully I'll be able to get some of my outfit back. I had a backpack and the red shoes, and this very nice pinwheel hat that I wore. So, hopefully when the catalog comes back and accessories are available, I can go and get those back on me. They were testing them out in the alpha though, so they are working. Now this is the golf area, and golf carts on here right now because of the continuing problems they're having with the golf. They still work. They tried earlier this week to try to launch golf for the third time, but let's just say that they got the physics right. It was just causing a lot of server resets. So if and when golf does become available again, I will record it in a stream for you guys. So you could board a cart here, and you could play 3 holes of putt-putt golf right there. And then there's the medium area, wholesome fun, 6 holes. And then the whole kit and cadoodle, 9 holes. Now, Dude and I really liked playing the golf a lot. Although the game liked to cause problems with the golf with impossible physics, the thing is, it was always pretty fun side activity to do. And I really enjoyed testing it out. Okay, and this big tunnel here is the mystery tunnel, which leads to nowhere. So, yeah, there's a big mystery tunnel here. We don't know what it's for, but apparently we can't go down it. It's a dead end. And hopefully we can find out what this mystery tunnel is here for soon. It's probably not like there's any cogs back there or anything. Now, I do want to point out that because I visited Goofy Speedway, I can teleport right back there, and I'm going to earn the teleporting abilities for Toontown Central and the other places soon. There's no teleport ability to Chip 'n Dale's Acorn Acres, unfortunately, nor to any of the COG headquarters. Now, they did have that, for testing purposes, they did have teleport to everywhere going into beta. I meant the alpha, but they turned that back off the beta. A little acorn here. Can't pick it up because no, my lap is full. Gonna make our way to Daisy Gardens and try to fill in more on my map. Just walking along, and here's another COG building. It's a 4-story Wallabot. That's actually pretty odd for Donald's Dock. Normally the COG buildings don't go beyond 3 in Donald's Dock. And yes, I will at some point do cog buildings. I will try to get that into a live stream, but as I have planned, there's no cog building tasks to do at this point in the game. Cog buildings are completely optional until Donald's Dock. So, I know I'm saying as I said a lot when I really didn't say anything about it yet, but please forgive me. It's my first live stream, and I'll learn as I go. So this is Daisy Garden. A lot of flowery, gardeny stuff here, and that trash can is apparently stretching out quite a bit. And we get to see some more advanced cogs, like Yes Men. None of Bloodsucker. Yeah, they're more common in this part of the game. Unfortunately, the Bloodsuckers I had to get were restricted to Toontown Central. The Anywhere tasks don't come up until after the Toontown Central area. They do that to make sure that you don't exit the Toontown Central area that often in the early parts of the game. Name Dropper, which is a female cog. You can tell by way of the lips. They did actually create some good artwork for this game for promotional purposes, and the promotional artwork does sometimes, at times, look better than the actual cogs in the game, but given that this game was designed specifically for... Yeah, not in position to meet with me because he's walking right into that building. But yeah, sometimes the cogs look better in the promotional material than they did in the game. But there's just this charm about the early graphics of the game. This game was built specifically to be able to run on computers as early as Windows 98. Now, the Toontown Rewritten game will run on systems running Windows XP or later, or on Mac OS X Mavericks. They had Mountain Lion going, but a bug came up and it stopped working. So, here's a pet shop. And apparently a doodle escape there. That appeared just before the Cellbot, Storm Cellbot event that happened, where they drastically allowed anyone to do the VP and they reduced the difficulty of the VP to compensate. So I'm actually going to walk down this dead-end street here just to show you Cellbot headquarters. Yeah, there's a little draw distance thing there that just happened. And there's definitely a lot of cog buildings here. Hopefully some good group of toons can come here and clear them all out so that people can complete their toon tasks. Now, Cellbot Headquarters is one of the two headquarters that are open right now in the game. Cellbot and Cashbot. Both of those are actually great. Lawbot isn't my favorite, but it's good. Bossbot is just way too hard. And you'll see why in later streams once that's open, and I can actually get to that area. So this is the Cellbot Headquarters, which was the original COG headquarters which opened in this game. Beyond there is the VP battle lobby area, and we can't go in there right now because you need to get COG suits in order to be able to participate. Now, since we did enter this area, we now have access to two more sticker book pages. This is the COG disguise page, which allows me to see which COG disguise parts I got for each of the different COGs, and my progress towards being able to do the boss battle for that particular COG type. I need to get all the parts first, then I can start earning merits or COG bucks or jury notices or stock options, depends on the COG type. And once you can earn those are pretty awesome to get. Although it does mean that there is a grind to actually earning your way back into doing the boss battles. It does mean that you'll be able to just keep playing the game, do the grind, and be able to enjoy the game. You get your permission to do the boss battle. The boss battles, of course, are the best part of the game. And here's the entrance to the factory where you can go not only go after merits for cell bots with double the normal rate, as well as get those cell bot parts, which I just mentioned. Now, while you're here in the headquarters areas where you can do one of the battles, there's an additional button that gets added, the boarding group invite button, and you can form boarding groups so that you can avoid the elevator shuffle problem that happened in the original game. Disney introduced the boarding groups feature during the second half of Toontown's lifetime. So, yeah, that's about all I can show you Cellbot headquarters for now. Because I could go on the factory, but unfortunately my laugh level is just a little bit too low to do that right now. I really need to be about 35 laugh or so before I can do that. So I'm going to go back to the playground, and I believe I'm way in the corner here, so I need to make my way back to Toontown Central to get to the next area, but I'm going to shortcut and use Goofy Speedway. The Goofy Speedway teleport. When they added that was so awesome, particularly for earlier tunes. There we go. Quick and easy. Ooh, someone wants to be my friend? I'll go ahead and do that. At this point, I kind of accept anyone as a friend. Back in the original game, you had a limit of 50 friends. They are looking to increase that limit. It's about right now there is no limit, but you start having problems at 127. I heard. So yeah, there's probably going to cap it at 100 for myself. And I think they're going to probably decide on a limit of 100 for the other tunes for everyone. But we'll see what they decide. They haven't made a decision yet. I'm actually headed towards Daisy Gardens, am I? Yeah. I need to head towards Minnie's Melody Land, sorry. This is what happens when you go ramble on and talk. You lose track of where you're going. And as I said, this is my first live stream experience, so thank you very much, everyone, for hanging in there with me as I learn my way through live streaming. And hopefully this will help me to get better at live streaming in the future, particularly after I receive feedback from my friends and other people that are watching the stream. Okay, there's someone teleporting to me. It's actually the new friend I just made. Probably should stand still so that they don't get teleported back to the playground because I moved around. Which can happen. Apparently they are crashing. Ooh, and a friend that I made on earlier in the week apparently has just gotten some more time in the game. So hello, Lima. Hopefully that you're going to be able to get some good time out of this game. Again. I know I really helped you out during the, a few days ago here in Toontown Rewritten. This is, Minnie's Melody Land, which is, musically themed. You can see all the, musical stuff going on around. Even the trees are musical themed. Shaving a haircut for a song. Now that building gives you, that shopkeeper gives you trouble because they ask you to get the whole cream pie, which happens to be, yeah, that's the level 5 gag for Trolls. So basically, that task forces you to get to at least a level 5 Troll in order for you to continue in the game. Annoying as that task is, it does make sure that you're prepared for all the bigger cogs that are coming. I might be wrong on the exact building, but I think that was the location where it was. Okay, and this is the Minnie's Melody Land playground. There's a little small fishing pond right here, and back in the original days of the game, there was a merry-go-round in this very spot, and it moved all around, and Toons could stand in it. There are some videos out there of it, or screenshots, mostly screenshots, not very many videos. But unfortunately, that merry-go-round did cause a lot of lag. So Disney made the decision to remove the merry-go-round when they decided to expand fishing to all playgrounds. They also completely reformatted the fishing system to what it is today. And I really do not know why this bug was never fixed. That graphical error has been in the game for years. We're going to go hit Dreamland. And the bird will be last, after I visit the Cashbot headquarters that's connected to Donald's Dreamland. And maybe I'll get a special emote on the way. Ambulance chasers, I remember those guys. Oh, Anna's Cruises Travel Agency. There's a Toon task that takes you there. You'll see that there's some buildings here that don't have any names on them, and that the cogs happen to take them over. Oh, that's a graphical error right there. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of that. And we can access screenshots in the game using the snapshot feature that they added right there. And add caption, delete it, open the folder where the screenshots are so we can use them. That feature was not in the original game, by the way. It was added specifically for this, for Toontown Rewritten. And now we get to Dreamland. Now the game music has been MIDI based during the original game, and that was allowed for lower memory usage as well as compatibility across computers. However, Donald's Dreamland always had this pretty bad problem when it played the Donald's Dreamland music. If you went to Donald's Dream... What happened to the door here? if you went to the Donald's Dreamland area and the music started playing, and then you happen to go to another area, you might end up in a situation where a few notes from the Donald's Dreamland music holds in place, and the other music in the game doesn't sound that good at all. Unfortunately, that bug had plagued Toontown for quite a bit. Now for Toontown Rewritten, they made the decision to switch from MIDI to actually taking a recorded version of the MIDI music and using OGG files to play them back. So now we get to hear the music of Donald's Dreamland without it impacting everything else. I think there's a few of these hydrants that move while they're sleeping, or at least they did in the old, or at least they used to. Well, before they put the animated street objects in place, they did move as they slept. So this is the Donald's Dreamland Playground, which is all a big bed. Now I have a friend on test named Skip, and he is actually a beta tester here on Toontown Rewritten as well. There is something very good about him out there, because he was pretty much a very good test lead out there, even though he was just a volunteer tester like everyone else was. He scheduled all the main events that all the Toon community testers did in the community, like organized boss battles, organized help out areas, bean fests, which are in which everyone gets together and fills out their bean unites that they've earned in CFO so that they can go spend them on stuff. Skip also has a friend named Lady Di, who was also a very good tester tune and played a lot with Skip. And I believe both of them are still playing the game together to this day here on Toontown Rewritten. And I hope to see Skip and Lady Di again. And there is a very good reason why I'm pointing out Skip, and that is because he's a moderator on MMO Central, and when he participated in the mob hunts, he always hid at one very special location all the time. And that's just why I wanted to point that out. Okay, off to Cashbot headquarters. There's actually a small divider in the middle of the road here, but unfortunately it disappears if there's cogwheelings around. And a little sleeping cap on the top of the headquarters there. Okay, hopefully this Easter egg is still in place. If not, I'm going to take a little shortcut through here. Hopefully it's not taken over by a building. No, it's not. It's talking in your sleep. Hopefully this Easter egg is still in place. Alright, Whispering Willow. Let's see if this works. Guess not. They didn't put it in yet. Because it's, I believe it's, would you like some help, if it's still in here. Oh, there it is. And, nothing happens, so that Easter egg's not in place yet. Hopefully they'll put it back in place, but because that was actually a pretty nice Easter egg they put in the game, back in the Disney days. Now, this is Cashbot headquarters, which was the second headquarters that opened up in Toontown. And this is a much bigger area than Cellbot headquarters. You got all of these trains that are crossing through here, carrying around lots of cog cash, cog bucks, and other gold bars and other precious goods. The CFO battles lobby is through the doors all the way on the other end. And in order to get there and to do that battle, you have to cross over the tracks, and the only way you could do that is step on these over these red things here and hope that you don't get hit by a train, which will take away some of your lap points. Now the mints here, the mints here, unlike the factories, do not drop parts, but they are a very good spot to get cog bucks. The way that you get the parts for Cashbot, Lawbot, and Cellbot are if you complete all the tasks for that particular part of the game. Now, the reason they did that was to make sure that underpowered toons would not be able to do the harder boss battles, but the way Cellbot is set up is that anyone at any lap level could potentially do the VP battle. And that's where the phrase Uber Toon comes in, because there are toons that don't earn up much laugh at all, and then they just don't earn up much gags, and then they try to team up with other toons that are willing to help them to be able to do the boss battles. Now, unfortunately, there have been some toons out there that are not that fond of the lower toons, myself not included. And that is why some good folks at MMO Central, when they used to be called Toontown Central, formed the Cold Callers Guild, which Kitty Cat was one of the friends that was in my intro video was a part of. And what the Cold Callers Guild was is they had scheduled boss battles every day throughout the day, where they would all get together and help out toons with the promise that they would not hop off the elevator. And that way, toons that were lower would consistently get paired with toons that are higher level, and they would be able to do those boss battles. The Cold Callers Guild was a very good group, and I hope that they get to come back again once Toontown Rewritten opens back up to the public. Okay, let's see if we can get to the Berg. It's a long walk, but it's the last thing that I need to do to fill in my map for now with the open areas of the game. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that I just opened up comments, and I will be, if you have any questions for me about the game, go ahead and fire them off. I'll go take a look at them in a little bit, and I'll try to answer some. I'll also keep comments open after this video is done recording in case you want to leave me some feedback or ask other questions about the game. I'll check the comments every now and then for the videos that I do, and I'll see what I can do. Now, I do want to remind everyone, I do not have any beta keys to give away, so please do not ask for them. because I do not want to have to keep answering the same answer of no, because I do not plan on giving away any beta keys publicly. Now there is the system in place where someone who is already a beta tester can earn themselves a beta key to give out to a friend, or if they are on the time system, they can play the game and continue playing until they earn themselves a beta key. And right now they just added 190 keys to the game recently. I have already decided who is going to get the beta key I earn if I do earn it. So it's a very good friend of mine, and they really want to be able to play the game as well, and they deserve to be part of Toontown Rewritten. So the key is going to them if I do earn it. However, there may be other opportunities for you to earn beta keys if you go out there and look and keep an eye on the Toontown Rewritten website. Maybe there will be some giveaways coming up, or you can come on and play the game. Try to get some time in. You can get 3 hours at a time. Either wait out the long hours or try to get one of the small amount of scheduled times out there. And maybe if you get to the date, maybe if there's a beta key task available, if you make it to Daisy Gardens and keep playing, you might be lucky enough to earn yourself a beta key. So, also the game is planned to be publicly launched later this year, and when that happens, the time frame and the beta key frame won't be a concern because anyone will be able to play the game for free. And this game is continuously improving all the time. Just a quick moment. I'm going to respond to Lima here for a moment here. Okay, sorry about that. But hopefully I'll be able to teleport to Lima after I get to the Berg to show you guys that. So yeah, just go ahead and keep your eyes peeled. Maybe you can earn yourself a beta key through one of the official means. Maybe one of your friends who already is in the game might give you one, like was the case for me. Just want to warn you that there are websites out there that claim to give away beta keys, those websites might not be legitimate. But what is legitimate is that there's some groups out there, small number of toons out there that have signed themselves up for a list on MMO or groups of lists on the MMO Central who are asking for beta keys and are willing to have people donate keys to them. And that's all fine and dandy. What you probably should not be doing is going to a website which claims to be giving away beta keys, but they might just be trying to collect your personal information, so stay away from those. Stick to the forums, stick to social media, and stick to the friends that you have, and keep an eye on the Toontown Rewritten website, and you might just earn yourself a way into this game through beta key. Okay, this is the bird playground. It's all frozen, except for this little fishing hole here in the middle. This is where Pluto used to make his home. And around Christmas holiday time, it's actually a really nice place to run around and walk. And this is where Comet's tasks are right now, by the way. So this is Polar Place. This is a street that opened up later in the game. Little shortcut over here. And a dead end. It's a little dead end. This is actually a pathway to someplace. Let me do the page up here real quick. Looks to be Coggish, don't you think? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and teleport to Lima and see if he's still able to do the building with me. Maybe I can get that in the live stream for you guys tonight. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I hadn't refilled my gags, so I'm gonna go take care of that, then teleport back. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna be able to. I'll be able to show you what cog building's about before I close out this live stream tonight. Okay, choose what I want to buy. I just want to get these. No. And of course, those tunes don't know I'm live streaming right now. But once we're in the building, I'll let them know. Okay, one got into a battle, so let's go ahead and play a little bit. Yep, it looks like I'm going to go a little bit longer than scheduled. I do not have throw, but I'll... oh, and one's got a whole cream pie already. Oh, free cogs. Fortunately, we got some sounders. Oh, and Lima just got the whistle. Now, I'm a little worried that because I used some of my gags there. Yeah. Augie doesn't work on the whitelist yet. I've asked him to add it. Og works though. Alright, looks like we're going to go in. Maximum 4 toons in the cog building. You're going to get a lot more experience doing things in the cog buildings versus the streets, but it's all or nothing. If you don't succeed in the cog building, you don't get credit for anything. And here we go. First cog building for me in Toontown Rewritten. And it's a 4-story too. Oh, glad hander. I'll let him know I'm live streaming now. Looks like we got a lure going on. All toons lure. All cogs. And you can see the new cog animation for lure going there. Don't know what they're talking about there, but Black Hat Day is on Halloween in Toontown. The one day that you can do make black cats. Select a cat, and anytime on Halloween you can make that cat. And when you walk up to Flippy and he asks you to say something, you say Toontastic. Poof. Cat becomes black. Black cats are always pretty fun to have around, and there's always a slew of new black cats that come around that time of year. It looks like they're all going all throws, so I might as well. Because there is that bonus that happens when you do all the cogs. I meant all the same gag on the same gag. Decisions. Oh, and we got ourselves a little watering holes action that's about to happen. Watch the animation. That's new. Oh, actually it wasn't. It didn't do the, that was actually the old animation. The new animation has the cogs holding up their hands, bracing. You only see the new animation if they're not lured. Hopefully we can get through this, because I really want to complete this cog building. And at least, Alright, that's fine. Yeah, sometimes you run out of time to pick and you just don't know what to do. Oh, that took a little bit longer than I would have liked. Oh, and they took too long too. Usually when you see a cog coming, you want to make the selection quick before the other cog can join and cause problems. There's the lure. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use a little squirt action here, because I'm out of level 3 throws. Looks like I'm being joined by more level 3 throws. Oh, the sound missed, which is pretty rare. Sounds have very high accuracy. Oh, and there's that new animation that I've been waiting for. You can see that there's a lot of cogs working at their desks all around there. Alright, last level. The boss is up ahead. And usually the boss on the last level is a pretty high level. Let's see how high it's going to be this time. Oh, it's just an 8. No rare cogs. And of course we get the music change because we're at the last level. I'm going to join with the throwing action going on over there. Ooh, the sound missed again. Very rarely does it miss twice in a row. Yep. Wish I had tune-up. I usually stock a lot more tune-up than any other keg, and I would want to use that on her right now. Ah. Okay, so we just gotta take care of this glad handler now, and we gotta take care of him before sad out. If you go sad, you lose all your gags, and it takes quite a while to get your laugh back. And it looks like we're going to succeed. And we did. Oh, she's ready to do VP. Well, that went well, I think. Actually, it did go well. Oh, he jumped out before I could tell. Okay, guys. So, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up for today. I actually don't see any comments right now, but feel free to leave some after the video has completed airing, and maybe I can get back and answer some of your questions at some point. And don't be worried. I'll have the comments on for throughout the rest of the videos too later on if you want. So thank you very much for watching here tonight for this very first live stream Toontown Rewritten, and I will go, and as soon as I have a good idea about when my next live stream is going to happen, I'll put it on the schedule, and you'll be able to see it appear on your subscriptions if you subscribe to me. So please subscribe to me here on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitter at AugieD369. You can also go look for me on the Two-Tailed Fox forums, a Tales forum out for family-friendly discussion of Sonic, Tales, and other games. I'm the administrator of that site. You can find that on Zeta Boards if you're looking for that. You can also find me on Steam as well. I play a lot of great games on Steam, and I look forward to seeing all of you in a later live stream. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.